Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Lucas and this is Doing the Deal. Coming back at you with an update video of our peppers that we've got cooking behind us. So if you're just jumping in right now, we've got, how many do we have? We've got 4 different hot peppers that we're growing in our grow a setup in our 5x10 grow tent. So we germinated all of the seeds right here in the deal. And it took a minute, kind of a learning process. Never done that before. I did start several other seeds on the side, normal method in little cups and things like this. But everything seemed to work over here in the tent. It was a little bit tricky keeping it a little warm in there. We are running the AC Infinity smart controller and the humidifier, as well as their heater, and we're locking in on the VPD. So we sprouted them in there. We put humidity domes on top of them. Our 4 different hot pepper varieties did all sprout. From that point on, we started watering with just a squirt bottle, right? Squirting them. As soon as we ended up getting our first set of true leaves, we went to mixing up a nutrient solution, super mild. Equal parts of all. We are using the General Hydroponics, the Flora Micro series, I think. Or the Flora series. Here's the micro. We got the grow and the flower. So we've been mixing them up and hand watering. We're about at the point where we are going to set up the system and fill it up and start cycling the fill and drain aspect of the grow a stuff. I think that's probably about a week or 2 out. We're going to continue hand watering. We water about once every other day at this point. We're getting to the point where we're going to start watering every day. And then that's when we'll start making the switch over. We'll fill up the reservoir. We'll set our float levels. We'll make sure everything fills and everything drains, and we go like that. In terms of our environmental controls, we've got an inlet blower fan. We've got an outlet blower fan. We are attempting to match in and out so that we don't end up with a positive or negative pressure difference in our grow tent. We've got our lights. They are set at about 25-30% right now, and a little high. But that's just what we got cooking right now. It works really good. For our VPD settings, we're running at about 0.8 kPa, and it seems to do really well. We keep it all closed up. We can keep it about 71, 72, 73 or so, with upwards of 58, 59, 60% humidity or something like that, if we're on it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our 4 pepper plants, talk through these things a little bit more, and then we'll flip it back around for some final thoughts. All right, guys, here we are. Kind of a mess down here in the greater scheme of things, right? We've got our stuff all set up in our grow a stuff. We did mix our own grow medium. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link that above. We've got our heater that sits outside right here. Here's our humidifier, pumping out, cranking. I was using one from Spider Farmer for a while, but it started leaking out of the blue. This one hasn't done that yet. And our controller's up over there. Our 4 different deals we've got a flaming flare, right? Looking pretty good, little yellow. But as soon as we can get all of our stuff all dialed in, we'll be good to go. This one's bottle rocket. I'm gonna trim this one up. All of these came from Johnny's Selected Seeds. So there's our first 2 varieties. I'm not sure we've grown those ones in the tent before. Here's our Jedi. We've definitely done this one. It's like a jalapeno variety. Looking pretty good, not too bad. We'll water them here. All right, here's our Helios, which is like a habanero. A little behind the rest of them, or whichever, but we're pretty good. I haven't decided if we're gonna backfill with any more dirt in here, any more grow media, or if we're going to just try to set our floats levels, I don't know, accordingly. Looks like that one down there is a little bit higher, right? Right now we're sitting at 71, 53% humidity. I've had both of them open. We see we're all ready, we're all set up to fill up our stuff. and start doing that. Well, I'd like to get them a little bit bigger, maybe about another week or so, but I think we're headed in the right direction. Everything seems pretty copacetic, right? There's our outlet. Here's our inlet. Water tubs and stuff over there are ready when we start getting after that. So there she blows. So let's go ahead, let's flip it around and get back after it for some final thoughts and what we may have coming up in upcoming videos. All right, guys, there you have it for today. Nice, short, sweet update video. No, it takes a while for plants to grow, but now that we are growing, we're cooking. So everything's working out so well right now at this point. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing for about another week with our hand watering. We're gonna up our hand watering to once a day instead of once every other day. I think maybe about a week and a half or so, we'll fill up the reservoir. We'll set up our nutrient solution. At that point in time, we'll start running some CalMag, as well as some HydroGuard. Those are a couple of my macronutrients, whichever you want to call them, micronutrients, macronutrients, that I like to use in my system. Another thing I picked up some seeds. One of the few times I didn't pick up anything from Johnny Selected Seeds. But I want to try, instead of putting like some hay in there for like a barrier, I want to try some companion planting. So we're going to do some cilantro and some basil. I happen to be at a local Home Depot buying some other stuff. So I think we'll get the peppers a little bit bigger. And then we'll plant a few of these just right in the system, run the system as normal, see if we can get kind of like a cover crop. And some good cilantro and some basil to eat with our peppers and make salsa and do whatever else we want to do. So those are things we got coming down the pipeline with getting our companion planting in there, cover crop planting, whichever direction you want to take it, as well as filling up our res and setting up our nutrient solution and running that. So those are things we got coming down the pipeline. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching, checking out what we got going down in our basement garden right here. If you enjoyed what you liked, please hit that like button. If you want to continue along with our epic journey of indoor gardening exploration up here in New England, please hit that subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you later.